Hello everybody, welcome to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for the FIBA Asia Cup qualification to quarterfinals in the game between Korea and Guam. Well, if you're looking for a good David v. Goliath matchup, you've got it. I don't think there's any doubt that Korea are prohibitive favorites in this game. Yesterday, Chinese Taipei beat Jordan, and Philippines won a thriller in overtime against Saudi Arabia to advance to the quarterfinals. After this one, Japan will square off against Lebanon. Well, Ernest Ross, probably a lot on his shoulders today. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Andrew Gaze, and the reality, Andrew, is that with Guam already the rank outsiders, I think, coming into this event, what an accomplishment for them to get even to this stage only they lost Jericho Cruz for their previous game, their point guard, their star guard, and now they've lost Ty Wesley, their leading scorer, whose wife's grandmother has passed away, so he has gone back to the United States. Yeah,
it's a real shame that they don't have an even swing at this Korean team that's done some good things throughout the tournament. But you're right, this is genuine David and Goliath, and it's just an incredible performance for them to even be here, to make their way through to this Asia Cup tournament, given that a country that's 169,000 people, that's got some challenges logistically and to get regular competition, but somehow or rather they found a way to cobble together a competitive team. And this Korean team, I think, has surprised a lot of people. They have two superstars on their team. I called their game against Lebanon and saw one of the all-time great Asian Cup shooting displays.
Yeah.
22 of 38 from the three-point line, just a phenomenal performance. So if they can continue on that form, they will consider themselves a chance of causing an upset further down the track at the business end of the tournament.
I mean, it put them into a favorable matchup for the qualification to the quarterfinal. And next would be a winnable game from their viewpoint.
Absolutely. And they've got some, they've still got to get over this hurdle, which we're anticipating shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been throughout the tournament, anything can happen.
Remember, they started strong first half against Australia and then fell back. But anyway, the players are now
Ladies and gentlemen, the national
for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. And now, the national anthem of Korea. Thank you very much. Please take your seats.
So, great accomplishment for Guam to make it this far. Remember, they had to go through the second round of qualifiers to make it. They barely made it. Since then, it's been nothing but adversity for them. EJ Calvo, there he is, the coach, ruptured his Achilles or tore his Achilles playing in a basketball game, a reunion of sorts with his school. Wife said, don't get hurt before he walked out the door, and sure enough, not a good injury. Crew chief Yevgeny Mikheyev from Kazakhstan, Prita Mwangmi from Thailand on the left, and Mohamed Taha from Jordan on the right. And Andrew, I mean, the reality is it's a pretty stunning achievement for this team, again, just to make it this far and then to lose the guys. But on the bright side, and I think Coach Calvo talked about this after their last game, we're getting our young guys some experience, and this is going to make them better. And when I say young guys, you know, I'm talking about Kamai, I'm talking about Blaze Atta, and they also have some senior players. Starting five for Guam will be, in fact, Mark Johnson, Jonathan Galloway, Ben Borja, Takumi Simon, and Ernest Ross Jr. Takumi Simon's been a real bright spot. You got Kamai, Atta, Federer, Cruz, and Wesley, but Cruz and Wesley are not here.
Yeah, it's a team that, like you say, has got some green shoots, some players that they need to invest in, and some of these players are playing at the collegiate level. You talk about Kamai, plays at the NAIA level in the United States. That's, you know, a lower level college, but you have some high quality players still featuring at that level. And Blaze Atta, he was in the under 15 Oceania Championships. He's played at that level. He's played at the under 17 Championships, so he has some international experience at the lower levels, and now getting some senior opportunities, which is rare for Guam.
What a great name, Blaze.
Yeah, nice.
Spelled B-L-A-I-S-E, but you get the point. Blaze.
That's
if
it.
he gets hot, that's the perfect name. EJ Calvo, the head coach. And his son also would have been on this team, but works in Los Angeles and couldn't get time off from work. So just kind of...
Well, it's the difference between a team that has, well, this Korean team, which is fully professional as opposed to amateurs.
Lee Hyung-jun, Yong Jong-seok, Yu Kisang, Kim Jong-kyu in the starting five today. And Lee Seong-hyun, Jong-kyu, of course, number 15, played at the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup for Korea.
Well, that's right.
Your
Yeah.
Australia team.
My word.
Well, you weren't on it. But.
No, I was not.
And there's the coach, again, who is, well, maybe in the running for coach of the tournament so far.
Well, you're spot on. He's advanced further than a lot of people gave him credit for. They
Came
do
out
have
of the group of death.
That's it. And they do have two stars on their team in Lee Hyung-jung, who played last season in the NBL in Australia, so I'm very familiar with his work. And UK Sun, both of those guys well into double figures. Yu averaging 18 points a game and Lee 21 points a game. But he's also shown that he gets on the glass, almost eight boards a game, if you don't mind. So they've got some genuine talent, but it's the shooting that really sticks out like a sore thumb. It is just spectacular.
Even against Australia, they shot it well early.
Yeah, once the defense clamps up, it becomes a bit more of a challenge.
Here we go, time for the countdown.
In contrast, Guam, they've had some challenges. They're only 38% in total from the field.
It's a low-scoring team.
Yeah, 67 a game.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're underway here in the King Abdullah Sports Center in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, here in the kingdom. And it's Guam taking on Korea in the qualification to quarterfinal. Ernest Ross Jr. gets a wide open look.
If they're going to cause an upset, it's Ross that is going to have to get busy.
Well, Lee missing the first down under. How did he play in the NBL?
Yeah, he was on the championship team with the Illawarra Hawks.
There's the bucket. First one for Lee. And is he going back, or is he going to...
No, Lee Hyung-jung has got a opportunity to play in Japan next up. Nagasaki.
Nagasaki Velka.
That's it.
There you go. Japan, the B League's where it's at right now. Here is Galloway missing in the lane. Again, wide open layup. Lee Hyung-jung.
Wide open penetration. I think for Guam, it's about tempo. Almost got to concede anything quick. Just want to keep this scoreboard and this game as ugly as it possibly can in order to give themselves a chance. With
Simon, got it. That's a 2.
Sets like that. That shot was taken in the last 4 seconds of the shot clock. That's a good result.
That way you shorten the game.
My word. Don't give Korea as many opportunities.
Young down low, Kim Jong-kyu. No. It'll stay at this end with 7 seconds on the shot clock. They inbound it to Lee. Sang-hyun, he hands it off. Now to the corner, Kim Jong-kyu. Simon. He's had some nice polish to his game. Here's Ross. Now that was early in the shot clock.
Yeah, I don't like that shot. He can get that shot at any stage.
Lee, the handoff.
Oh.
And Kim missing down low. Yuki Son to Lee. And Lee, Sang-hyun stretches the lead.
He's very good in the mid-range. Oh dear.
And turnover, sloppy. Yuki Song, that was long. Now a chance to go quickly for Guam. And a foul on Yuki Song.
Takumi Simon, he's another one that he's played in the G League, the Japan B League, and went to Santa Clara. We should call him the professor. He did biomedical engineering. Didn't play at Santa Clara, but he's very smart.
Maybe we can call him a
genius.
Well, you know who else played at Santa Clara? Mark Johnson from deep.
Well, the mighty Steve Nash is probably the most famous person out of Santa Clara. Would that be right?
That would be right. The Hall of Famer. That's him. Multiple Hall of Fames, in fact. The FIBA Hall of Famer. Here's Lee. Sang-hyun, like yourself. Do you guys hang around, the Hall of Famers?
No.
You've been hanging out with Pero, Cameron.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Simon from deep.
Simon.
Guam taking the lead. Front and back of the rim for Lee, stays out.
I was actually at the induction of last year's Hall of Famers for FIBA at Texas. We did it at the Intercontinental Cup, if you recall.
I remember. In Singapore.
Peja Stojakovic.
Yeah. Kirk Penny, another New
Kirk
Zealander.
Penny, current assistant coach at University of Wisconsin.
Yep, where he played.
Kirk Penny. Now, that was one of the sweetest jump shooters you'll ever want to see.
He was in the Tall Blacks team of 2002. They shocked the world, made it to the semifinals.
I think Pero was the captain of that team, Pero Cameron.
Guam leading 8-6. Mark Johnson from the top of the key.
Perfect start for Guam.
Yuki Song missing, and Galloway battling away, but it's going to stay at this end.
This is nice. 3 of 5 from the three-point line for Guam. So they take a look at a zone defense.
Lee Hyung-jung, front and back of the rim, again, stays out.
They're 0-6. They've gone from one extreme to the other.
3-point shot, starting as hot as a fire. firecracker, Takumi Simon and Guam. They don't want your pity, they want to play. And they lead it 14-6.
Well, what a start for Guam. This is what can happen when you're playing with the house's money. Low expectations, just casually going about it, just doing what you normally do. And Simon, white hot. And Korea call an early timeout.
베이스 트랩이야. 성우. 용기. 지금 포스트에 들어가면 이쪽 몰아줘야 얘가 나가지. 무슨 말인지 알아? 어? 막지 말고. 용기야. 그리고 지금 더 프레시 디펜스네. 프레시 언더볼. 볼 압박을 해야지, 압박을. 다 지금 3점씩 주잖아. 좋아.
You know, on the outside, we look at this kind of, we came into this thinking, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Ty Wesley's not playing? And Jericho Cruz? And yet, Guam's players are probably like, well, we don't have them, we're gonna play.
Yeah.
And, but maybe Korea are like, what? They don't have Wesley?
Yeah.
And they just kind of maybe, I'm not suggesting they've switched off, but it's just kind of strange how this game has started.
And you know what happens is it also, you have great confidence because you know the coach doesn't have any other alternatives. So if you're going out there, you make some mistakes, you can almost play freely because, I know I'm going to get some playing time because we've got limited players and not a lot of options.
Lee Hyung-jung drives in, his pass deflected to Johnson in the open floor. It's Takumi Simon. Takumi Simon lays it up and in. It's 16-6.
Oh my goodness.
And the neutrals in this arena, no doubt, pulling for Guam. It always happens when David plays Goliath. Galloway got his hands up. Korea seemed a little bit disoriented, and the foul shooting the three on Cruz. He needs to be careful.
Well, Ross doesn't like it. He got the shot away, but it did look like there was some contact. Ross certainly doesn't think so.
But the key is you don't want to show up the referee with your reaction. And
no. Got to be careful.
If he misses a call, he misses, but don't embarrass him. And that's the point.
Oh my goodness.
Well, this is what they do. Some of the guys shoot it off the backboard.
Well, I don't understand.
You don't subscribe to that?
I don't understand the thought process of that.
Well, you are entitled to your opinion.
It's effective.
Former player and also probably a, what would I say, expert? What did you shoot? In the high 80s? For your career? So what would be what would be your reason for not shooting off the backboard?
I think your margin for error is small, but each to their own. If you feel comfortable with it, that's half the battle with a free throw, is what's going on in your head.
Ernest Ross does not subscribe to our philosophy of working the shot clock down. He misses. Lee Hyung-jung. And Galloway with the rebound, the overhead outlet pass to Takumi Simon. Mark Johnson, three-point shot. Kamai missing. Kamai is the one that you said plays in the IA. There's the entry pass. Yu Ki-sung. And Takumi Simon with the rebound. Yeah, Kamai plays for the Ohio Christian Trailblazers. So I'm sure they'll be watching. Galloway turns. Former UC Riverside. Here's Johnson. And Ross gets the rebound.
Wow.
New 14.
Sloppy by Korea.
Oh, that's a needless turnover right there.
What a pass.
Oh, Lee gets the rebound. Lee Hyung-jung. I was joking with Mark Johnson, number 3, before the game. He works for the federation in Guam, the basketball federation. So he doesn't have any problem getting time off.
Well, Korea have come off a game with it 22 of 38. They're now 0 of 9 from the 3-point line. Excuse me, 0 of 10 following that last one. They've missed 10 straight after coming off a game where you've banged up 22 of 38.
So the start time, maybe?
Well, I think you just maybe get a little ahead of yourself.
In comes Lee Usok. Usok is the one Korean player during the national anthem that gives the salute.
Salute, yeah. Is there any
military background? Ernest Ross goes in and is denied by Lee. Lee is underrated in terms of his size.
Yeah, he's not going to wow you with his explosive athleticism, but as you saw on that occasion, he reads the play well, good timing.
Ross has to get it up. He grazes the rim. 16-9. He only had a couple, 2.5 seconds to get the shot off. That's why he took that shot. And Johnson called for a grab. Second team foul.
Well, Guam,
take it quarter by quarter.
Yeah, no, this is a tremendous start holding.
This is why I love international basketball.
Yeah, 9 points.
You never know what's going to happen.
9 points in 8 minutes. That's incredible to be able to hold the Korea to that. And they've done it with this passive zone. Now, they have given up some wide open looks they're normally going to make.
The lob and the foul.
But they're basically gambling, saying, hey, if you're going to get hot, you need to beat us from the 3-point line. Now, that time, the penetration, and they did get something at the rim. But their strategy is just contested, semi-contested threes we live with. And if you make them, we shake your hand and say, well done, with an objective of trying to take away anything around the basket. Dangerous policy against Korea that have been white hot, but it's been effective.
And you like this free throw form. You like this style.
Well, I like the fact he's not going off the bank, and that's not bad technique. Snatches out a little.
He banked it off the back of the rim. Oh, and they pay the price for not getting the rebound. Giving away those offensive rebounds is a costly exercise. Oh, Borja. Ooh. Oh, my goodness. Plays out of. Wasn't across midcourt.
Takumi's having a spell, Takumi Simon, and he's the floor general out on the court.
Yeah, remember, no Jericho Cruz, the point guard, starting point guard. He's injured. Hammy, MVP in the Filipino finals. That's what we're talking.
Yeah, high quality. Yeah.
And now Korea with a chance to get closer. Lee turns and hot knocks it out of bounds. Not a huge population in Guam, but I bet you a lot of people there watching this game.
Yeah.
First time ever at the FIBA Asia Cup, and here they are in the qualification to the quarterfinals. How about Kamai? 18-12. He made some moves in their last game that were quite impressive, quite eyebrow raising. Which begged the question, why wasn't he playing more? Oh, the air ball, rather, falls into the hands of Lee and has an easy one.
Yeah, as the energy levels of Guam start to get tested, their zone is not quite as active as it was in the first part of the quarter.
It's understandable. They're not going to be subbing too much.
No.
Skip pass, Ada. Blaze Ada, that was long. Ha. Goes down. Jong Song-woo into the corner. Lee Usuk travels. Coach wants to pick him up full court, and his players are ignoring him. Oh no, now they've got him. Oh my goodness. Borja's got to do better. He almost turned that over. Boy, they're Showing signs of coming apart at the seams, bringing the ball up the court a couple of times. They already turned it over once. Here's Kamai. Galloway gives it back. He keeps it. Blaze Atta. And turns it over. 4.1 seconds remain. 20-year-old Blaze Atta.
Yeah, if I'm Korea, I'm extending that defense the whole time.
China watching, by the way. There's Coach Gao. He seems to be in a pretty good mood these days, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, when you're straight through to the quarters.
Straight through the quarters, and your team looks like it's capable of not just reaching the podium, but being a real contender.
Really well drilled, playing well at both ends of the floor, good physicality.
Lee gets it up right at the end. Oh, that is, what a shot for Korea, and what a painful three-pointer to allow for Guam after turning it over. Basketball is not a forgiving sport sometimes.
Sometimes it's not, but you got to make your own luck. And Guam, I think that they'd be ecstatic with that first quarter to lead it by a point. Done a decent job of controlling the tempo, and this is the scoreline it needs to be. It's got to be nice and low.
18-17, Guam on top of Korea.
Yeah, and it's just a horrific.
That was their first three that they just made right in the last second.
Yeah, horrific shooting by Korea. But strategically, I think Guam have put together a nice game plan and what they want to do at both ends of the floor. Take the wind out of the ball. Don't want to get in a running game. And then
maybe gone a little bit too early in the shot clock sometimes.
A couple of times, but you live with a few of those because you have the blood rush, you're feeling it, so you live with some of them. But in general, they've done a pretty good job. And on the defensive end, wow, you're holding this Korea team to only 18 points is a real step in the right direction, because Korea on the tournament, across their first 3 games, they're up to 85 a game. So, good start for Guam, but let's be honest, Guam aren't going to come out here and win by a big margin. It's, they just got to shorten the game and hope in the last 2 or 3 minutes they're in with a chance and can pull off a miracle.
Scan the QR code to get the Courtside 1891 app, where you can watch live streams, extended highlights, and stay up to date with the world of international basketball. Well, anytime you make threes, you got a chance, and the other team misses. But even with that great first quarter, they've got a 1-point lead. And good box out by Borja. Guam. Takumi Simon back in the game. There's Johnson open. Well, he had the good look. He got a good shot, so you don't want to tell him not to shoot it. It does come early in the shot clock, but
there is some upside for Guam because they've done this all without any input from Ross.
Ha gets it and goes down. The rim rocker in Korea have taken the lead. Ross grazes the net. Mark Johnson picks up the air ball. Ross again, and that time it's Korea that pay the price.
He was looking a little anxious, Ross, trying to get himself involved. He knows that, hey, if they're going to win, he's got to be able to put some big numbers up.
Yuki Song for 3. Korea's starting to heat up.
Wow, Ross is uber aggressive right now.
Yeah, that's a little too early.
Way too early.
And really, that does play into Korea's hands because they want to go fast. And the layup makes it from a 3-point lead.
Ross 1 of 8 in the contest. And he's shooting it like he's 7 of 8.
Yeah. Needs to get rid of it.
Yeah, well, if those shots he's taking are later in the shot clock,
you understand.
They're tolerable.
Okay, coming in, Moon Jong-yeon. Federer also in the game. Number 35. Johnson open, foul shoot. Oh no, they say he dove, he took a dive. Almost made it. Three-point attempt. Borja with the rebound. Johnson drives in strong. Federer went for the rebound, doesn't get it. Now Lee and Korea have numbers. Lee from the left corner, that's good. And the lead now 6 points for Korea.
Finally gets a three to drop. It's strategic what they do. They just play on the three-point line, is what Korea do. They almost give up 2s, 4 threes.
Simon taking a contested three. Here's Lee again, rims out. Ross drives in, and he is fouled going to the line. He was born on the island, Guam. Father was in the military, U.S. military.
Yeah.
He is driving in.
He's another one that's well traveled throughout the course of his career. Played in the G League. Went to 2 schools, big schools too, Auburn University and University of Missouri.
Yep.
Played in Australia with the Perth Wildcats. Also played in Denmark, New Zealand, Japan, Mongolia, Taiwan. Whew. He's
well-traveled.
Well-traveled.
Now, did you remember him from his days in Perth?
Yeah, he had a couple of really big games for the Wildcats. Wildcats, one of the most famous and the most successful franchise in Australia. So whenever you got an import coming in to the Wildcats, they're usually high quality. A few years ago now, but nevertheless.
Well, the miss, and there is the foul on the putback. Lee going to the line, and if you don't get the rebound, you're going to pay the price.
Yeah. Got to be more aware of your box-out responsibilities.
Yeah, for these high-level basketball players, I mean, basketball will take you around the world. Took you to America.
Yep. Spent some time in Italy as well, beautiful, and to Greece, wonderful leagues.
Oh, there you go. Ross puts it on the deck. And the turnaround, no good. Now Lee. Pass whipped inside, and the reach and the foul, and well, it was probably felt inevitable that this would happen, but it's probably happened a little sooner than Guam would have hoped after their bright start to the game.
Yeah, it is, and they've got some challenges with their defensive transition, and I think it'd be helped if they could do a better job of competing on the O board, because the outlet pass just creates those transition options. If they can slow it down at the source or at the beginning, it might help their defensive transition.
Foul called on Lee. Where did you play in Italy again?
I played in Italy. It was in Udine.
Ah, Udine.
Up north, yeah. Beautiful part of the world. Played in Patra in Greece.
Ah, Patra, I've been there.
Yeah, fantastic.
Here's Simon. 11 points the advantage for Korea. Lee just grazed the net, but again, the air ball picked out by Moon.
passing's been a feature of Korea right throughout the tournament.
And this time the pressure on Kamai leads to the turnover.
It's fun to watch Korea when they start seeing that ball just sings around the court from one side to the other.
Lee drives in, nowhere to go. Good job, Galloway stepping in front now. Takumi Simon. Oh, call the foul, and Simon goes in, and nice little bit of English.
Excellent no call.
Yeah.
Because it was
play.
There was intent. The foul was there as just to be an intentional foul, but good decision by the officials.
Lee, that looks good, but it isn't front and back. And the push called on Moon. Probably your most interesting time abroad was in New Jersey.
South Orange, New Jersey.
You're also in San Antonio a little bit?
San Antonio Spurs. And I was with the, this is how old I am, I was with the Washington Bullets for a little bit. Not long, but...
Nothing wrong with that. Was Wes Unseld there?
Yes, he's the head coach.
Wow.
Rex Chapman on the team, yeah.
Charlotte Hornets
Georgie
legend.
Mirasan, remember Big Gitza?
Yep, I do.
7'7". That's why he wore
From
number
Romania.
77. Yeah. Kenny Walker.
Simon.
Tom Gugliotta.
Push. Yep, North Carolina State legend. Foul called. Yeah, Googs was, unfortunately, with Chris Corciani, ejected from a home game at North Carolina State once by a referee that perhaps wasn't enjoying hearing from the criticism from the fans, but he sent two legends out of the house. So Simon goes out of the game. Here's Galloway. And makes the first. Super nice guy, Galloway.
Renowned for his defense when he played at UC Irvine.
Yep.
3 times Big West Defensive Player of the Year, if you don't mind.
I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, that's solid.
That is.
It's not a bad league.
That's helped him become a pro. Well, they cut it back to a 9-point game. Oh. Well, a little bit of an opportunity here for Guam. Slow this thing down, shorten the deficit. Blaze Atta has it. Attaboy. That's what we used to say. Attaboy. Borja into Galloway. Galloway tries to go under. Could have gone up with just a normal jump hook to the right. Or turning to his left, rather. That was a nice little spin from Blaze.
Blaze with the handles.
Left him in a haze. So they says. Okay, Ha. With 3:45 to go in the first half.
This is sort of all-star 5 form you're in.
Lee gets inside and goes to the line.
Well, if right now this team is going to take on China next, the winner of this game, then they would, China would think that they've got things under control. This has been a, you know, they got the lead, but it's been a sloppy start by Korea, only shooting at 36%. The defense has been, it's attending, but it hasn't been all that convincing.
I don't know, sometimes with some of these teams, they don't play nearly as well as they could. And I don't, you know, I guess it's difficult to have your best game every game.
Yeah.
Quick pass. And, oh, good hustle down the floor, Galloway. And it was an excellent finish from Park Ki-hoon. Go back back to a 12-point game. You don't want to turn it over against this team. Pick and roll, and good defense. Good hustle back by Kamai. He's fouled by Lee.
Yeah, and this will sound highly disrespectful, but sometimes you can be brought down to the level of your opponent.
Right.
And I get a bit of these types of sloppy turnovers. Now, that's a good transition, but the one we just saw that caused the foul, Lee Hyung-jung.
Great shot block attempt there. Oh, gets it to go. Kamai. Good catch, by the way, on that interception. Looks like a defensive back. It's both, and back to a 10-point game. Lee Hyung-jung down low, and Moon scores easily over Takumi Simon. They got a good mismatch. Galloway picked up the dribble. Gets it to Ross. Go back. Ross goes up, and good block from Ha. Jung-gi.
Oh,
almost a travel. Park missing, but there is the putback from Moon.
And the rebounding count starting to really have an impact on Guam. 9 offensive boards. 25 to 20 in total, but 9 on the offensive end, and another turnover.
Good try, Kamai, but they're going to end up with a layup. A dunk! Not handling the pressure well.
They're getting sped up. And the floodgates are starting to open.
So let's go down to the Guam bench.
Let's go into motion so we can get it up, advance the ball to the wing, get the ball swung, all right, and start moving it. We can go inside out, or let's set that down screen. All right, so let's go motion, and let's stay matched up. Give ourselves a fighting chance. Let's go, guys. Come on, leave it on the floor. John, you good? You need a break? Go, all right, let's go.
1, 2, 3, go.
You're good? Finish out the half, all right. Let's go. Let's finish this.
Yeah, so you heard him. Let's come back and play well here at the end of this half to give ourselves a fighting chance. And Korea, having been knocked around early, would like to try to put this thing to bed by halftime. They're up 16. Johnson back to Ross. Shot clock about to expire. Kamai has it. Puts up a shot, is blocked by Yu. Park zips the ball over to Lee. Wow. Another tip in from Moon.
Just got to box someone out. Don't worry about the ball. Just make sure a Korean player doesn't get it.
Park. Again, another wide open shot. Keeson missing.
Oh, no.
Well, that's a sloppy turnover from Ross. 48-28.
11 turnovers. to 3. Make that 4.
And driving in and fouled, so the lead will grow. Yeah, points off turnovers, 12 that Korea has scored to this point. Also second chance points, 18.
Well, just the turnover count themselves, 12 to 3. That's an incredible amount of opportunities you're giving your opponent, and it's,
albeit maybe not surprising considering the depth issue and the lack of the, you know, Cruz not being here, and Wesley is, you know, you got to keep things in perspective.
Was it Yuki-san that was banking it before? And because now, that time then, we saw Moon jump.
No, it's definitely a staple of Korea.
It's
even
like
the women's team, you see them do it.
They teach it by the sound of things.
I think so, yeah.
Love to hear the rationale behind that.
Well, they're here. You should ask them. Well, ask Lee. Speaks good English. There he is. Guarding the basketball as he brings it across the court. 50 to 28. 22-point advantage. Ernest Ross. And, well, shooting percentage lowers a little bit. I guess that's a shot. And Korea lead big, 50 to 28 over Guam.
Well, it was an encouraging start by Guam, and they were making shots, taking care of the ball, really trying to control the tempo. And then all of a sudden, that second quarter, Ross came out and took some early ones, and it kind of set the tempo for the rest of the team and just got completely out of control. And the shooting percentages plummet for Guam, 28% in total, and 5 of 20, 25% from the three-point line. And it was the flip side for Korea in that second quarter. They really started to fill it up, and although they're still just atrocious from the three-point line, 3 of 21, they've been able to get some interceptions. 12 turnovers for Korea. For Guam has allowed Korea to get out in transition, and they had a greater point of emphasis of going inside in that second quarter, not just relying on the three ball.
Yeah, I think it was, I think you said the floodgates have opened, and that was true in both terms of shooting and pressure, but yeah, some of the decision-making maybe cost and Guam early.
That play you saw right there typifies the problems that Guam have had, and energy levels with down on numbers have really starting to show. And that's reflected in the turnovers as well. You get a little tired, you start making bad decisions, and the O boards, they have completely eviscerated Guam on the offensive boards, where they've got 11. They've got 29 rebounds in total. They led at 29 or 11, but 11 of them coming on the offensive end.
32 points in the paint for Korea, just 6 for Guam, which tells you that if the three-pointers aren't falling for Guam, they're having some problems.
18 second chance points for Korea. And they're out in
we're at halftime. Korea on top 50 to 28 against Guam.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they'd do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, Basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Look at that. Quickly down the floor, Syria goes. And Marion gets blocked. Great hustle from Hawkinson. He's doing it all today. Rebounds it while sitting on the court. And here he is again. Oh! Hello! Number 8 is great. Terrific. Put it back in. Gets the same look. Uh-oh, he's going to go all the way. Get out of there!
He's a monster on the rim. Look at that.
The monster mash.
Ball pass. Oh, hello. Back to back. Behind the backs. Tied it up nicely. And Mansour. A bit of razzle-dazzle from Lebanon, and it's needed. Timeout Korea. Korea leading it 39-28.
Here's Brownlee. Oh, now Brownlee falls it. It's going to lead to an opportunity for the Tall Blacks. And takes off. There was no doubt about it. Look at this, look at this. Yep.
Oh, you gotta love it. He's an extreme competitor. And he loves all the smoke.
Oh, some help defense from Hawkinson, and that is a leak out for the second time from Baba.
Oh, what a block shot by a Mindy.
What a chase down. Look at this. They've also got Ramos. Brownlee gets it up. He makes it! He makes it! 3.7 seconds left.
There's been real no attack into the paint against this zone. They just have to dish it around the side. Wow!
My goodness! Olajuwon! Abdullah has arrived! Abdullah Olajuwon with the putback.
No, yes, I believe they're over.
Galloway!
Oh!
And he's fouled as well. And one. Get it to Brownlee. Tosses midcourt, takes it early. Got it! From midcourt! Brownlee, huge shot of adrenaline for the Philippines. He's got the crowd buzzing. That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, Takumi Simon and Guam certainly had a great start to the game. He's got 12 points, and one reason why they had a great start is because he was able to knock down some shots. That was almost a 3 as well, that 2.
Yeah, he's came out and played with great poise, and you've noticed that when he hasn't been out on the floor, yes, he can put some points on the board, and they've been much needed, but it's also his leadership, the tempo in which he's trying to get the team to play at. He was 5 of 8 from the field, and a healthy 2 of 5 from 3. But he's a quality player, and he's one of those guys that when you think of Guam in the future, you'd expect that he's going to have a pivotal role. Young man still has got a lot of upside. And he's been patient, just been able to take what's given to him. But when called upon around the rim, he's been efficient. And for Korea.
Well, for Korea, Moon Jong-yoon has come off the bench and done some damage.
Yeah, he's also got the 12 points. Perfect from the field. 5 of 5. He's also got 4 rebounds, but check this stat out. 4 steals. So he's been active on the defensive end. Good hands, reads the play really well. There's one of them. Just Rob Ross. And he's knocking down the threes. The ball movement. He's on the receiving end. Works on the glass. Just, he's everywhere.
Great contributor. Getting a chance to play a lot of minutes today and making the most of it as Korea navigated the difficult moments of this game, which arrived at the beginning, and have now basically taken complete command of this game against Guam, 50-28. So China probably have a good idea. They have all along who they're going to be facing in the quarterfinals. A classic Far East battle, a showdown between two teams with plenty of history.
Absolutely it is. And as you mentioned earlier, this is the result that we thought we were going to get. But, you know, I think right now it's about Guam really trying to dig deep and show a bit of character and find a way to get some value out of the contest. And that's hard because after this one, the tournament's over for them. And despite what happens here today, the fact that they've got through to this second stage of the tournament would be recognised as a remarkable achievement.
Now tell me something, is it good that China has been able to sit back and not play any basketball for a few days? Or do you think they might lose their rhythm?
No, I don't think it would hurt. And I know the way that they usually prepare, and they would have been still doing some pretty heavy lifting on the practice court. So I think to be able to sit back, have a look at your opponent, do more of a deep dive into how they're going to play, you get that extra day to go through your scout, prepare how you're going to attack it. So if it was a week, maybe, but an extra day here or there is not going to make any difference. And in fact, may freshen them up a little bit.
Yeah, you get to rest some of your niggling injuries. And for Korea, hard to know. You know, again, you say teams sometimes play to the level of their opponents. Is that bad? Bad preparation for a game against China? Because remember, they came out of the group of death where every game was hard.
Yeah. Well, as long as you get the outcome you're looking for, ultimately that's the most important thing. And it looks like they're going to get that this afternoon. I think for them, what the concern is, you go from one extreme to the other. You go 22 of 38 versus Lebanon, and against a very passive Guam defense, you're now at the halftime break 3 of 21. So you've seen how diverse it's going to be, and they've got to figure out a way to not have those extremes. If your bottom...
They did have that as well in the actual Australia game. They had the extreme of great play for the first 16 and a half, 17 minutes, followed by the second half where they just couldn't do anything, although much of that had to do with Australia's defense.
Well, what's your plan B? If the three ball's not dropping, what's the cutting action? And we saw a little bit of, in fact, in the second half here, the second quarter, where they actually did try to go inside a lot more. But you've got to have a strong emphasis that if things aren't falling like they are today, well, how are you going to keep that scoreboard ticking over? And today they've done it via their fast break points, 12 of those, and their ability to force Guam into 12 turnovers, which is about 7 too many.
Further out. I want you catching it, so guards, be ready. We want to set that on ball. You either are attacking, drawing defense, or you're drawing the help right there. You hit Ben, you got to open 3, or you can go create. You take one dribble into the paint, John's man has to come and help. You got John for a dunk. All right, but I think if we have kickouts, we'll have dunks, we'll have you shooting. All right, there's some good stuff that can happen there if we're setting that on ball. All right. All right, let's go right into it. Go. No. Okay. Well, then you guys gotta come bring up the ball and start looking at it. Mark, let's try this right here. Let's run deuce, where Ben and John can turn around and set that staggered away. All right. Deuce. Mark's gonna run the 1, or tack whoever's on the wing. Okay, let's do it, Mark. Well, you're gonna get the wing, and he could get the wing. But what happens is he flashes, and then we bring up the ball with another guy. So we gotta be ready for that. But let's go. Let's run that.
Sounded like a little bit of work on their press break. The Asia Cup app. I mean, if you're a fair dinkum,
what do you have to do though? Scan in the QR code.
You do. You get your phone out. You point at that little QR code, and
with the camera on,
a link will pop up. You press that, and your whole Asia Cup experience just gets enhanced exponentially.
I do use it a lot.
Stats, videos.
Second half action is underway between Guam and Korea. Guam had the great start. They led at the end of the first quarter, albeit by 1. And Korea just kind of took command after that. And here's Johnson driving in and getting fouled.
Ernest Ross is on a 1 of 11 stinker. He needs to find a way to get himself going in this second half.
So Lee doing a good job of getting to the free throw line as Guam trying to execute on this end of the floor, and he gets the first to go. And, you know, again, the reality is they don't have a deep squad. They're missing key players, and this is a team that has come out here and battled, you know, one of the elite teams in Asia.
You put Wesley and Cruz in this lineup, and the halftime break, it would have a profound impact, because Wesley down low, I don't know who on Korea would be able to contain him.
No one.
And Cruz running the show and shooting threes.
Cruz injured, and Wesley had to leave following the death of the family, mother's wife's grandmother.
They only started off with 10, whereas everyone else had 12.
And there is a good drive by Park.
And I believe that the fact that they only had 10 was related to costs. So they got some challenges.
Although I think the coach's son couldn't play because of work commitments.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about they only brought 10.
You don't think he would have come?
And they would have. Oh, I'm sure he would have, but apparently that they couldn't afford to bring 12.
Okay. Oh,
good
Simon
block.
getting blocked by Park. Ross from deep. Korea quickly down the court. Missing from the corner.
Oh.
But another offensive rebound and put back. Moon's having himself a game. He might end up as the TCL MVP at this rate.
He's going well. Oh, wow.
There's Ross losing it right into the hands of Moon, who's going to add to his tally. Almost saw the ball not go in, but he gets it up just enough.
Early timeout.
Here's the replay of the turnover by Ross.
He was in a hurry to he snatched at the ball, and oh, that's almost an embarrassing moment. Just squeezed it over the top of the rim.
Let's go down to the bench and listen to Guam.
Let's run ghost. Okay, so it's cross, but our big's gonna run up, John, and then go set, try to spring a wing open. We just need our wings to get a little bit off ball, come and get the ball, look to attack off of that. All right, so just cross in the ghost, get matched up. You guys are still playing hard. Just the little mistakes. Clean it up, let's go.
Team on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Team. Yeah, no, hey, we gotta move on. Next play, guys. On to the next play, let's go.
They're just up against it. Moon, meanwhile, has decided I'm going to raise my average at this event by coming out and having a big, big day against Guam. Moon came in averaging 2 points a game. So he's going to go up substantially.
2.5.
Borja.
Galloway showing a little bit of frustrations. I think he feels they need to get more inside touches.
Mark missing. Moon gets a rebound for that, doesn't he? Taps it out.
Yeah. Controlled.
Lee shovels it over to Ha. Oh. Lee goes for the rebound.
Foul on the rebounding contest. Borja with the foul.
Lee steps inside the arc, knocks it down. He's got 11.
Not a shot that a lot of coaches like. Just half his feet inside the three-point line. That long two is frowned upon.
I don't think that Greg Popovich, who was your former coach, right? I don't think he likes the three-point shot. He says, why do you give three?
No, he plays the three-point. There's another sloppy turnover.
I was going to say he doesn't.
But he wasn't anti mid-range, particularly when you got a guy like Tony Parker, who was just elite at being good to go off the dribble. I think he was.
Wasn't his argument like Guam fans, some long faces?
He liked to shoot threes.
But didn't he say something like, why isn't there a four-point play?
Oh, I haven't heard that, but maybe. I know he liked three-point shooters so they can spread the floor and let TD, that is one of the all-time greats, Tim Duncan, go to work down low.
Oh, the alley-oop pass to Feggerger. I don't know if that was an alley-oop, but he tried to make it an alley-oop. And that's the reality of today is the three-point shot is the NBA, isn't it?
Oh, my.
I mean, it's just...
And I'm one that I'm hopeful that in the future they coach and there's some analytics or data that provides a little bit more balance to say, let's just have some variety. Let's try.
Instead of just seeing threes going up.
Just some of the wild threes that are taken and they're considered these days, oh no, that's a good shot. You took that shot, some of those shots in our day, you'd be on the bench for a long period of time.
Rolls have a tough time. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back over to Guam. Kamai tries to get the basketball to Simon and loses it out of bounds.
Turnovers becoming a major issue. 15 of them in the contest for Guam. And to give you some perspective on that, if you had 15 at the end of the game, you go, we need to tidy things up. That's too many. Well, we've got a quarter and a half to go, and we're already at that point.
But again, they are shorthanded, and I think it shows now without Cruz and Wesley especially. Ross from deep.
One of 14 now for Ross.
Kamai gets it to go. 7 points for Kamai. Lee from downtown. Hyun-Jun. Get used to that name. You're going to be hearing it a lot when Korea plays.
Had a significant role with the Illawarra Hawks when they won the title last season in the NBL in Australia. Played there for 2 seasons. Off season in the G League.
Simon, got it. Where is Illawarra?
It's about
South
100K south of Sydney.
Oh, so it's in New South Wales?
Yes.
Okay. 3-point shot from the wing. Going back over to Guam. What's the best thing to do in Illawarra other than... Nah, we better not talk about Australia. We're watching Guam and Korea. We'll talk about that when we see Australia play. This is... Blaze Atta's going to inbound the basketball. 61-36. Lee goes out. And what's going through the mind of the coach of Korea now, watching his team?
He wants them to be sharp. He wants them to...
Forget who you're playing.
That's right.
I want to see us do our stuff.
Yeah, and he wants to see the effort on this end of the floor. Don't take it for granted. You know, you've held this team to 36 after a pretty impressive start. So there's been some good adjustments on the defensive end. And he's also thinking, please stay healthy. We've got a big game coming up.
Yeah, they're going to need all hands on deck for China. Here's the pass to Ross. Yes, you are on TV.
It's also a good opportunity to have a look at some different sets. Now, China play a lot more man-to-man than what they're up against today.
Beautiful bounce pass, nice pump fake. And then Fegger reaches in and commits the foul.
So in a perfect world, Guam, Korea would be hoping that Guam plays a little bit more man, just to give them a look at some of the actions that they can go through that they're going to have to go to a little more against China. But China play a smidge. They've played a smidge of zone as well.
They will. (64-36), 28-point lead. Kamai doubled, gets it to Fegger. He's going to go in strong. This is a now Park. Takes it quickly the other way. And laying it up and in is Jong Song-woo. Blaze Atta. Brings it up. And swarming defense on Kamai. They get it to Fegger. He passes it back to, and good finish from Galloway. I think he was about ready to throw it down, and then was met in midair, but still was able to score.
That was a nice adjustment in the air. It looked like he was going to try and tuck it in, didn't it? Oh my.
Oh.
There's that bank shot by Mu, not only at the free throw line. My goodness, I can't ever imagine having that as part of your game if you're a shooter. But it's been effective if you work at it, get comfortable with it, Come on,
High fouled shooting the three. Hey, don't knock it till you try it, Andrew.
No, I would.
Next time you play, put up some bank shots.
I'm coaching junior level, senior level, and no, it's not the advice I'd be providing, but look at this.
Boing. Yeah, and then it goes around and round and down.
And I know the energy levels are really low right now for Guam, but sitting in that zone, to me, get out there, man-to-man defense. Just go about it with energy and effort. You might
Bobby
have
Knight proud.
You might have problems with your schemes on on balls and cutting and wears, split lines, all that, but just go out there and play with some intensity on the defensive end, because that was embarrassing, that last possession.
Yeah. Nice pass, Lee. Not this time. Becker make the shot. Takumi Simon. Blaze Atta. Takes the shot. Handoff to the corner. Johnson foul shooting the three. Park sends Johnson to the line.
Yeah, see, when you see action like that, what's going through Park's head to look at the ref and say, "What are you talking about?" That is as clear-cut a foul as you'd ever want to see.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Players will want it all to go their way, regardless. Johnson makes the first free throw.
I think that I don't, he in the moment, clearly in his own head, he thought, no, that was clean. But maybe it's just you get blinded by your own thoughts and intensity when you're closing out on that. And the Cardinals in these days is fouling the three-point shooter. Just need to contest, make him a contested three. Now, some players you want to completely close out and run off the three-point line, but that's not the case with anyone here at Guam. You just need to be hand up, contested.
Well, Johnson's got 11 points.
Nice. It was going to be good high-low action. Foot violation.
Jung from the corner. Got it! 71 points for Korea.
Really perfect execution against the zone defense. The inside, high-low, kick out. Really nice play by Korea.
Well, they were trying to run a play there, and they turned it over. Lee goes in. Takumi Simon pulls up. Galloway with the rebound. Passes back out to Simon. Borja, nice handoff. Galloway. Moon. Korea elect to pass it around. Here's Moon again. Park gets it to Ha. Three-pointer. And the rebound for Johnson in Guam.
one thing that they are doing is they're moving the ball. Korea, they're giving up some really good looks to try and get even better ones. And the unselfish nature of it, I think their coach should be happy the way in which they're not using this time just to pad the stats. They're continuing to play through it and find good shots.
He makes 1 of 2. 73-45. Final possession, perhaps, of this third quarter. Lee from the wing. Yes! These numbers steadily rising. He's got 14. Korea just 10 minutes away from booking their spot in the quarterfinals, where China await. (76-45), Korea on top of Guam. 10 minutes remaining.
Yeah, well, Korea have done what they had to do. And after a slow and somewhat sloppy start by Korea, geez, they've switched on ever since the end of the first and had total dominance all over the court, shooting at a very healthy 45%. Three-point shooting's still been down. It has improved, but only at 20%, 6 of 30. But they have been powerful on the glass. 15 offensive rebounds. They lead that category on the rebounds, 39-30, but 15 coming at the offensive end, and 5 to 17 turnovers has been a very telling factor in Korea completely getting on top of Guam. See from these highlights that type of action, the fumbling, and you marginally put that into a forced error, but not really. At this level, you've got to be good enough to be able to get that handoff.
Fourth quarter underway. Korea. Three-pointer. Long since lowered the boom. They're just continuing to pour in the points. Kim Jong-kyu back in the game. And to Mark Johnson. They get it to Borja. Borja gets on the board. The lefty.
Here's another one that's got NAIA experience. Borja.
Jong-kyu on the baseline. Good job, Simon, getting the basketball. Where did he play? Which NAIA school?
California State University Maritime Academy. Averaged 9.8 points a game, 4 boards.
Here's the turnover. Lee. Thought that was going in. He had the pose. He's going to put up another. Follow through was there, but end result not. Which is your favorite Lee on the team for Korea?
Well, the one I'm most familiar with is Lee Hyunjung
from Illawarra.
Yeah. So, and I think he's averaging 21 points and a very healthy 7 rebounds. So he's chipping it in and helping the bigs out as well.
Who's going to be the most important Lee or Korea player, shall we say, against China?
Yeah, he's got to set the tone. And they're going to find a way to put points on the board so you and Lee Hyung-jung, they need to have big nights if they're going to beat China. China will go into that one clearly as the favourites to me. But, like you say, a long history between these. China and Korea.
Another one.
He's on fire. Good touch.
Hughes, pass deflected. Takumi Simon, good pass up the floor to Kamai.
A couple of good minutes for Guam.
81-51, 7.5 remaining. Lee, entry pass, Kim Jong-kyu. Have you seen the Korean fan in the stands that has the phone?
Yeah, I know.
With the rolling Korea.
I know.
What
Yeah.
it says Go Korea or
Yeah.
just Korea?
No, I might have a
Like
little something
rainbow
before
colours.
it. Yeah. It's the world we live in. These days, everything's done on the phones, even showing your support for your team at the game.
There's a turnover. Down low, they share it. Kim Jong-kyu again.
We're really sharing the minutes around now with this big advantage, and that's all part of, one, getting some guys that haven't played too much, a bit more playing time, but also to get some rest and minimise the chance of a risk of an injury.
Speaking of that phone with the rolling Korea side.
Yep.
So the rainbow colors. Did you ever hear about the Rainbow Man? Used to be a famous fan, Roland Stewart, who would go to games in America.
Right. No, I'm not familiar with that.
He was a fixture at major sporting events.
The professional or the collegiate level?
Professional.
Right.
He only went to the top.
Well, these days the collegiate level is highly professional now. So it's all professional.
True. If only you had played in this era.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm grateful for everything that's come my way.
That's right.
He was with a foul there. Johnson having some problems with the ball carrying duties.
Bank shot is good. .84-53, 6.5, just under 6.5 remaining. And the Guam adventure in the FIBA Asia Cup this year is going to come to a close. But I think you'd have to say it was
a fun ride.
I guess probably the high point would have been getting the win, knowing that they were moving on to the next stage, or maybe it would have been qualifying. I don't know.
I think both.
They had quite a party when they qualified.
Tremendous step forward. Good on them for continuing the journey. The journey and continuing to fight and bring some basketball joy to Guam.
Well, I'm sure that, especially for the young guys, they will grow in confidence from this experience. Takumi Simon has certainly demonstrated some quality, as has this man. You know, all the guys, I mean, I think their biggest issue is depth more than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say, yeah, they don't have the experience at this level, but my goodness, they don't have the depth.
No, they don't. And further highlighted when you take 33 points a game out with Jericho Cruz, with the hammy, Ty Wesley has to be returning back to, well, he lives in Utah because of some family.
Returning to America.
Yeah. Because he's got some.
I wasn't sure if he was where he was
issues.
going back for the funeral, or his wife's grandmother passed away. So our thoughts are with him and their family. Korea getting out and running. Come on, nice move there. Federer. Oh, gets blocked by Jong-koo. Oh, yes. Oh, that looked pretty good.
That did.
Should be a block.
Yeah.
Looked like he just rejected it. Jong-koo going to the line.
You can't review
Watch
fouls.
this. Here you go, watch this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is at this end where he got blocked by Kim Jong-koo, who played at the World Cup in 2014.
Again, different leagues have different rules, and in the FIBA competition, I believe you can't. There's a lot of things you can review, but you can't review a foul called.
No, you can't review.
In
right, you can upgrade it.
Yeah, if it's unsportsmanlike, but like in Australia, yeah, you can. It's more like the NBA style, where if there's a foul, you can't review non-fouls, of course, but if there's a foul, you can review that.
Do you like that?
I do. I just don't like the time sometimes it takes to come to a conclusion.
Gonna be Simon missing, coming up to winning time, but I think we know who's going to win this with 88-53. Open at the stripe. Yo with the bucket. That's what his name is, Yo.
That's right.
I'm not saying yo.
Yo, no.
What's up? I'm saying yo with the bucket. Kim Jong-koo called for the foul coming over from the top. Here you go, look at that. Yeah, I think he's fouled him multiple ways.
Third personal foul from Legion for ball number 21, Two shots for one, number 5.
Here's Galloway. Takes his time, makes the first. 5 points. It is curious. It doesn't seem like they run much for him.
No.
If anything.
Well, he has been renowned as a more of a defensive player, but
still,
you know, he played in North Macedonia, averaged 10 points a game, 9 rebounds, so he can.
Yep.
He can put, you know, chip away and get some points.
Nice no-look pass, Kim Jong. Go getting blocked by Federer. Get it out of here. Here's Kamai alley-oop and decides to bring it down. That was the right decision from Galloway. Federer was just like showed no mercy that last time down for Jong-koo.
Federer has been active, hasn't he?
Go figure.
Bouncy. He's another really good prospect.
Well, his girlfriend is also the coach's daughter. There you go. Get some extra practice. She's probably coaching them up. There's the drive and the bucket from Johnson.
Only 23 years of age is Federer. So
he's got good size.
Yeah, and athleticism.
Ooh, reaching in. That's a little sloppy. Blaze at it in the game. Well, you only, you know, I think that Guam, again, going back to that last press conference, they've taken the right approach with this and all, you know, looking at the positives. Oh, he goes up for the rim rocker. Federer. But for the big players, they got to work hard to get better, don't they?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's and the best way is to get that competition. There's Lee.
No, it does, and size matters. He's.
Oh, nice outlet pass. Kamai is going to jack it up from 3, but misses everything.
To a player like Federer, you're going to get a look at it, and they're going to invest in you because you've got some assets in your size and your athleticism. My dad used to say.
Look at this. Here it goes.
Oh, yeah, nice. Bigs, bigs.
Big guys develop later, don't they?
Yeah.
Typically.
Whenever
Victor Wembanyama.
Whenever a big used to come in to practice.
Oh! Yo! With another bucket.
He used to say that the little guys, you come in, you got a session to show me what you can do. Big guys, you got a season to show me what you can't do. So you're just going to give him
Gotta be patient.
Got to be patient.
That was your dad?
Yeah, he invested and was a big fan of size.
Obviously, your dad, the legend, in the FIBA Hall of Fame as a coach.
And in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Man, that's amazing. You're a Hall of Fame family. Shot Kim Jong-koo from the right corner. But seriously, I mean, that is pretty amazing. Takumi Simon. 97-61 Korea. If they knock down a 3, they're going to get to 100. Yang pulls up. And, oh
Nice.
my, oh. Second block for Federer.
Love the way he's just continued to play this game out. A lot of energy, a lot of spirit.
Show me a season what you can't do. That's pretty good. I've never heard that. That's really good. Kamai. Three-point shot. Takumi Simon crosses midcourt. And good block from Park. Leads out and the dunk. Oh. Lee, he's going to hear from that. He's going to hear from his teammates on that. He should have to go run a lap.
Couple of suicides.
There's a drive, Kamai with the bucket, and I think Korea probably would just cross midcourt and not score. They're going to keep playing. Young. Okay, they're trying to get to 100, or maybe not. Maybe they're just
not
playing.
going to get there.
Blazada over to Kamai. Three-pointer, count it! That's it. Well, every point counts. Korea win it 99-66 over Guam. Certainly had an interesting start to the game. Had Korea not waking up when they did, it could have been even more interesting, but then they did finally come to grips with the match. Convincing win for Korea, 99-66. They move on to the quarterfinals to face
China. Yeah, like you said, Guam. They had a 1-point lead at the end of the first. Shots were dropping.
But also, it wasn't just that. They led by 10 points, 16-6 at one point. So they had an opportunity to keep it closer longer. Maybe some early shots. But again, you know, missing starting point guard Jericho Cruz has left with his hamstring injury. Missing Ty Wesley, leading scorer, who had to leave. But plenty of happiness over on the Korea sidelines. That young lady would like to have her ball signed. Somebody can perhaps accommodate her. So Moon has been named the MVP. And congratulations to him. He came out averaging 2.5 points per game, and today poured in 18.
Yeah.
So his average is going to go up substantially. Korea all smiles. It's a nice group of men who are enjoying themselves, but they're going to have a much tougher test next time out. Look at them. They're giving Lee a hard time about missing that dunk. You can see the shooting numbers. Just let you digest those.
Well, Moon, you spoke about
turnovers were bad. 20.
The TCL player of the game, Moon. Yeah, he had the 18, and he did it with perfect shooting. A perfect 8 of 8 and a 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So that is efficiency personified.
And now he's going to get the case to go with the award. Did you see the?
Yeah, it's a beautiful case.
The box. It's.
And he's gone over to just to celebrate with the fans, give that fan his autograph.
Yeah, I love it. That's what you call interaction. The connection with the fans. That's the most important thing. So looking back at the highlights, the fourth quarter especially, well, just enjoy them. Some good moments. I hope we get to see Figueroa's block, at least one of them.
Yeah.
He had 2 blocks and also the dunk.
No, that Figueroa was the standout for Guam in that last quarter because he was active, he was disregarding the score, he was enjoying the moment, he was playing as hard as he possibly could. Borja was solid as well. And the passing was the feature of Korea.
Zipping him in.
Very, very porous defense by Guam. As you can see, that elbow and that free throw line was way too open. And they're just daring him to shoot it. But they eventually found their rhythm, got their mojo back, and the 3-ball. At the end of the day, they didn't shoot it well from there, but they were 0 of 11 to start with from the 3-point line.
Here we go, look at this, here it goes! Bam! The dunk. Now the question is, we're gonna see the rejection from big number 35. It's got some potential. I hope it goes well. There he is signing the ball. That's what we were talking about. How many times have I done that in my career? I can't tell you. Oh, sorry, I meant you.
Yeah.
How many times have you done it?
A few over the journey, but great to see that the Korean fans Korean players engaging with the fans.
They got to bring the ball, though. It's not like you're just going to give them the ball. Here in the King Abdullah Sports Center, the qualification to the quarterfinals, Chinese Taipei winning over Jordan, Philippines in overtime against Saudi Arabia. Now Korea have rolled to victory in one more game tonight, starting at 1900 local time. Japan against Lebanon, and that has the potential of being a classic.
A beauty.